We are going to read the chapter Popular Beliefs and Religious Debates during the medieval period. Popular beliefs and religious debates. Let us make a timeline of the medieval period, that is from the 800 AD to 1800 AD. Okay, the time starts here. Suppose if the Bhakti movement started in South India. South India. In fact, there are two great saints, Nayanars, and Alvars, whose contribution is much more in the Bhakti movement in South India. The movement started by the two saints, attracted people from all sections of the society due to their emphasis on simple means and practice to attain salvation. Okay, the Nayanars worshipped Shiva. He was worshipper of Shiva. And Alvars worshipped Vishnu. What happened in South, though the Bhakti movement started, but the devotees of Shiva were known as Shaivites. And the devotees of Vishnu were known as Vaishnavites. There was a clash between these two. Okay, Shaivites and Vaishnavites. The devotees of Nayanars and devotees of Alvars. This Bhakti movement started long back, almost in 800 AD. Okay. Now we are coming to this Bhakti movement. From here, they were the great saints, and they had written so many. They were composed so many poems and devotional songs in worship of their god. Nayanars for the Shiva and Alvar for the Vishnu. After 800, we are finding some movement, that is in 11th century, 1100, Sufi movement. In one of the chapters we have read that with the advent of Turks and the Islam got mixed with the Hindu religion and gave rise to mysticism. And this was the Sufi movement. It was in the year 1100, 11th century AD. In 13th century, we are finding one great Sufi saint, Muinuddin Chishti. Muinuddin Chishti was having a great influence. Muinuddin Chishti. We are finding a great influence of Muinuddin Chishti in the life of the people at the time of this period, 1300. Now we are finding some Bhakti movements from here. Bhakti movements. In the Bhakti movements in the north, we are having great saints like the Shankaracharya. Who has found the Advaita. Advaita, Advai, Advaita, Advaitwad. Advaitwad. In Hindi we write like that. Advaitwad means a single God. No? God is unique. There is no two God. God is unique. That is Advaitwad. He formed 4 mutts in the 4 corners of India. One at the Badrinath, another at Dwarka. Badrinath in north, Dwarka in west, then at Puri and at Sringeri Mutt, no, in south. Badrinath north, Dwarka, Gujarat, that is the west, then Govardhan Mutt, that is in Puri in the east, and Sringeri Mutt, that is in the south. In the Bhakti movement we are having certain more saints. Ramanuja, in the Bhakti movement. He was there in the 12th century. After Ramanuja we are finding that Sant Ramanand, no? Sant Ramanand. He was a worshipper of God Rama. These are the Kabir, Ravidas. They were famous disciples, no? Dhamna, Dhanna, Pipa. The 4 are their famous disciples, no? Kabir. We have heard the name of Kabir, Ravidas. Today is Ravidas. Today Magh Purnima, no? Ravidas Jayanti is there, no? Dhanna, Pipa. They were very famous disciples. There are certain saints of Maharashtra also. Saints of Maharashtra. We are having Sant Tukaram, Namdev, Eknath, Guru Ramdas, Sant Gyaneshwar. Guru Ramdas was the Guru of the Shivaji. Then Vallabhacharya was also a saint in Vrindavan, no? In UP. Vallabhacharya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He popularized Bhakti movement in Bengal, Assam, Odisha. The present day ISKCON, no, that is influenced by the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mirabai in Rajasthan, in Mewar, the Miraj Bhajan. Narsimha Mehta. Narsimha Mehta, you have heard this one, no? Mahatma Gandhi used to listen that Vaishnav Jan to tene kahiye peer paraye jane jai. He was from the Gujarat. Surdas, the devotee of Krishna. Tulsidas, the devotee of Rama. Ravidas, he was a prominent spiritual leader who formed this Ravidasi sect. He criticized the Brahminical practices and he motivated the people that there should not be discrimination on the ground of caste. Shankaradev, Madhvacharya. These all are the famous saints of the Bhakti movement. Madhvacharya, Bashwa, Nimbakra, Dadu Dayal. Among these, one name is very famous, that is the Sant Kabir. Sant Kabir and Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak formed the Sikh religion, no? Guru Nanak. These are the Bhakti movements. Now let us know about something more about the Sufi movement. Sufi movement, as I have told you, it started in 1100, but it flourished well. Among the Sufi, like the mysticism was there. There were different orders, no, in the Sufi. First was the Chishti order. Second was the Suhrawardi order. And third is the Naqshbandi order, no? Naqshbandi order. Okay. In the Chishti, we are having the Muinuddin Chishti. Muinuddin Chishti. Okay. Then there are Baba Farid also. One more, Baba Farid. And there are Nizamuddin Aulia and Salim Chishti. Nizamuddin Aulia and Salim Chishti. That Hazrat Khwaja Najimuddin Aulia and this Nasruddin Chirag of Delhi and Salim Chishti of Sikri, they were the famous Sufi saints of the fame. They preach that Ishwar and Allah both are same, that there are two different names of the same persons. Nizamuddin Aulia lived in Delhi during the reign of Alauddin Khilji. There are much impact of Bhakti and Sufi movement at that time. Besides, at that time there were some Catholic movements also. That, do you know that the Zoroastrian, the Persian religion, the oldest religion in the world, the people came in India, in Bombay, and they are from the old relics. They are there. They are in the Bombay. The relics of Renaissance led to the question of role of church. Martin Luther, the German religious scholar, protested against the Roman Catholic Church 1517. Actually, there are two types of, in the Christianity also there are two sects. One is the Catholic and another is the Protestant. Martin Luther was a German religious leader. He protested against the Roman Catholic Church in 1517. Martin Luther. He was convinced that the church had lost sight of the central truth of Christianity and was becoming corrupt. His protest led to the formation of Protestant Church, in Europe. The Christians were divided into two groups, the Roman Catholics and the Protestants. So there was much impact of this Bhakti movement and Sufi movement in India, and Akbar was also influenced by it, and now at the time of Akbar we are finding a policy of religious tolerance. This was in gist of the chapter. Now we are going to read something more in detail.